Hey everyone, this is the end of day 118. Been on attempting to hike the PCT for 2 days. It's been a kind of crazy and different than what I've experienced in the past, but here's a quick recap. I did abandon the Sierra. There was a foot of snow fell where I was hiking into. I got a feedback from another hiker coming down, said it was life-threatening. I was a mess when I got down into Independence. And so I spent the night in Independence and hitched all the way to Kennedy Meadows. And I have to say I had great fortune again. Two young folks picked me up, and they were heading south past the exit for Kennedy Meadows, which itself is a 25-mile ride. I offered them to buy them lunch at Kennedy Meadows, at Grumpy Bear's at Kennedy Meadows, and they agreed. And so they drove me right up to Grumpy Bear's. We had lunch and said goodbye to those folks. Then I turned in my bear canister, which was great because that damn thing weighs almost 3 pounds. And turning it in, I essentially sold it to Triple Crown Outfitters, Jackie, who runs Triple Crown Outfitters. And they gave me store credit, which I didn't really need anything, but I did get a few things. And so that's all in my pack now. And I had lunch. I had sort of a dinner here. They closed quite early. The kitchen closes at 4 at Kennedy Meadows General Store. So I just let it sit on a bench until I had it around 5:30. But I'm going to turn in early. I've been turning in early, whether it's jet lagged or just fatigued. I'm still nursing a pretty painful rib injury from falling as I was hiking up to Kearsarge Pass. It does hurt when I strain, and it does hurt a bit when I hike, and trying to get the backpack on is pretty uncomfortable. But it's better than it was yesterday, so I'm counting on daily improvements, and I will take some more painkiller and hope for the best. Tomorrow, day 119, I get my first tastes of the high desert here in the drought. I have to hike 19 miles before I come across any water. I'm not sure in my state. I'm not as in a good shape as I wish I was because of my time off the trail, how easy it's going to be able to make those 19 miles. The first 10 miles are pretty flat, but then I go from 6,000 up to 8,000 feet down again. I'm going to try and make it, but I'm going to start with extra water. So if I have to dry camp tomorrow night, it will work out. So yeah, tomorrow's Saturday, and looking forward to my first official hiking after days of flying, busing, trains, the whole bit, and terrible weather. Bad weather is ahead on Columbus Day, but that's a couple of days out, so I'm not going to worry about that quite yet. And but got a couple of days of hiking before then, so got to get back into it. Talk to you soon. Good morning. It's day 119. I've just set foot on the PCT after many days of efforts to get here. About a 3/4 mile walk from the general store where I camped last night. It's bloody cold. My water bottles were frozen. Kind of a forecast of what's ahead. And so I'm going to have to think about that. Maybe try and change my morning routine. I just had so little dexterity in my hands. It took me a long time to pack up and eat and the rest. But in any case, I'm on the trail. It's a 19+ mile carry until I get water. So I'm burdened with 4 liters of water, but that should be enough. Hopefully I can get there. I'm probably out of shape since it's been 40 days since I've done some substantive hiking. And right now it's 8:30, so it's a late start. It's just so cold. It's hard getting started. But I'm going to jump right into it and do the best. Hey there, it's about 11:30. Beautiful, but arid, free of water, and desolate. This is what it all looks like. 360. I'd like to say my ribs are feeling better, but they're pretty much in pain. We'll see. I have cracked ribs before, and that's a long healing injury. I'm sure as heck hoping this isn't one of those events. But I'm going to press on, and if it's still really hurting bad by the time I get to Hatchapee, I'll probably seek out an urgent care and get an x-ray. It's about 1 o'clock. I've been in this canyon. You can see across, back. That's where I came from. But I've been in this canyon for an hour and a half or more, and it just goes and goes and goes. I'm going, I know from Gut Hook, I go from around 6,000 feet up to 8,000, and then back down to 6,000, where I expect to get water around mile 20 or so. So I've already done over 10. I'm making pretty good time. I'm not going super fast, but plenty fast enough to make it to the water source, which is critical. Pressing on. Good evening. It's the end of day 119, and I did about 20 miles, about 19 and a half to this water supply, which I came to, and about 3/4 of a mile from the general store to the trail. So about 20 miles, which I felt good about, since I haven't hiked that kind of distance in about 40 odd days. So good. My ribs are, I think they're getting a little bit better. So it's fairly excruciating to pull my pack on, and it's trying to get a full breath is still not great, but I think it's getting better. So that's all positive, which is good, because before I came back, I had piles of painkillers, Aleve, and I said I don't need that. I only use like 2 pills, so I got rid of all but like 8 or 10, and now I got nothing. So it's all gone, and so now I have to suck it up. Tomorrow I have about a 15-mile carry to the first water source, and I'm gonna, in my tent tonight, study what happens after that. It's gonna be a cold night. It's go below freezing. It's cold right now. It's probably like 40-ish. It gets very cold in the desert, as I'm seeing. Monday, tomorrow, I think tomorrow's Monday. Let me check. Yes, tomorrow's Monday, Columbus Day. And in any case, it's supposed to be stormy all day long, super high winds, and by the end of the day, it's supposed to into the evening, it's supposed to get a little bit better, but another cold night. So I'll just have to deal with that as it comes. So it's only a little past 6. I stopped around 4:30 or so when I got to this tent site. I didn't want to go that far beyond the water, because I really wanted to pile on the water here and get better hydrated than I've been all day. My appetite and my thirst is quite low, which I think is typical of both cold weather as well as when you first start on the trail. So yeah, I'll get another long sleep tonight, and I'm going to have to struggle to get out of my tent earlier than I did today. It's bloody cold in the morning. It's not a ton of fun. So I'm going to think about that to see if maybe there's some other techniques I can do to get going. A friend of mine who I hiked with on the AT would just get up, pack his stuff, and leave, and not really eat at all until 9 or 10 o'clock. That's Starbucks who gave me that tip. And then it'd stop and have a decent meal. So maybe I'll do something like that tomorrow. Maybe it's worth a try. I'll talk to you then. Take care.